Hello everyone. Today we will learn the basics of any programming language. In computer system, if you want to learn any programming language, what is actually required, we will discuss that. So to learn any programming language, first thing is required is data type. So now the question is what is data type? Whatever we do using the computers is actually related with the data. How? Whether we are making any software, whether we have any software for that is used in hospitals or Facebook or anywhere, wherever we see the data. Uh, Actually, in a simple words, data is nothing but information. And information can be either a number or a string. So if you talk about a number, number can be whole number or a dis or a float. Floating point number, float means like 3.4.5 or whole number is 4, 5 and string is any information is a string. So to write any information, we should learn programming. So this is a string. Actually, there are a lot of different kind of numbers that we can store in a computer in a using a program. So that is totally different topic. I will not go in that detail. Just I am giving you, if you want to learn any programming language, first you should learn the data type of the data type supported by that language. Next is if-else statement. Next is conditional statement. Conditional statement is generally written using if-else. So what is if-else? Suppose you have to find a number, whether that number is even or odd. To check whether a number is even or odd, we can use simply if-else statement. Suppose the number that you want to check is whether even or odd is x, then just you have to write if x is even, print x is even, else print x is odd. There can be only two cases, right? Either number can be even or odd. So here it's very simple. Either this one. So if a number, if x is even, then this statement. Otherwise, the next statement. So this is a block of a statement that will be invoked when this is true. Otherwise, this block will be executed. So in simple terms, we can write like this also. In some programming language, it's like this. There is a brace that indicates the opening and closing of that portion. So here you can write anything, print, it's good to know, or if you want to multiply x by x equal to x into 2. So whatever we want, we can do inside this. So this block of statement will be only executed if this is true. Similarly here, if this is false only, then this else block of statement will be executed. So let's take the example of Python. So in case of Python, whatever we write using if statement, then we use a tab to indicate this portion belong to this block. So in Python there is no opening or closing brace, just a space is used to indicate the block. So because you see here we have used one tab. Tab is generally for white spaces. So this is indicating one block. And here also this is another block. So this was all about if and else. We will explore it if you want to learn if you want to have a better understanding about this for that programming language, you should first explore the syntax. It can be different for every programming language. The syntax of if and else will be different. Like here I have written some if and else. In some other programming language the syntax could be different. Like if I want to write this in a Python, then I have to write like this: if x is even. So how we will check whether a number is even or odd? Just we have to divide it by 2 and we check the remainder. So here remainder is 0, right? If the remainder is 0, so what this will do? This will just divide x by 2 and whatever the remainder will be there. If a remainder is 0, then it is even, otherwise it is odd. So that check is here. Okay, now uh, this was all about if and the syntax of Python is like this. Just remember that whatever is within this double quotes is a string. Okay. Now next thing that we should know is a while loop, is a loop. So what is a loop? Use of loop. Use of loop statement. So what is a loop statement? So loop is nothing but okay, loop. Suppose you have a variable, you have a list. Okay, you have a list. In that list, you have a lot of numbers. Suppose numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then you want to check the even and odd of this list. So what actually happens with the loop? We can use a loop, we can write a loop statement using while or for. Okay, so that's just a syntax. Like what happens if I write here while true, print hello everyone. So what will happen after this? This while loop statements were uh, execute like this. First it will check here. Okay, so it is true. So we should go down. Next statement should be executed. So this will print this line. Then again it will go up whether, and again it will check. So in simple words, this condition will execute till this is true. So but here we have written it as a true. So this line will always execute. This will never stop. Okay, so I will make one program to make it clear. Like I'm using example of Python. You can use any language. There is no any problem. Just my point is you should just understand how uh, this works. Okay. So now here while true, I'm writing while true. print. Hmm. And I'm going to run this program. So you can see always it's printing hello. It will continuously print hello because the condition here is always true. It will never stop until we stop it. So for a while statement or any loop statement, that portion of code will execute till the condition that we have specified in while or for loop is true. Like if we have, okay, so like we have another statement like if while I is less than 10, okay, print everyone, and then I equal to I plus 1. So what I am doing here, I am just incrementing while every time by 1. So you see first this line will invoke, it will check the condition, yes, this is true. So it will print hello everyone. Then after that the value of I is increased to 1. So then again it will go here. So this will continue till the value of I is less than 10. The moment the value of I is greater than 10, this the execution of this program, this loop, this block will be finished, and the next block, next statement will be printed. Next statement will be executed. Like suppose if I have written here print finished. So let's take it. Let's see whether we this is working or not. What is the problem here? Okay, because I was not defined, so there was error. So whenever you run any program, just check what is the error. That's also very important point. This happens with every programming language. Syntax is very important. So you see how many times hello everyone is printed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and this line is printed while it's finished. So I hope you understand the purpose of loop. So loop is nothing but how many times we want to execute the same statement. And you know what is the if else. Now the last one is function. Okay, so function, what is function? Uh, the benefit of function is like suppose we need to find the even number, the code that we wrote here. So whenever we want to have find the even number, we will have to write this portion of code. Rather than always doing this. Okay, so like suppose I will make one program to make it clear to you. Like suppose here we want to check whether a number is even or odd. Okay, so we assign some value x equal to input. Okay, now suppose again we want to do the same thing. Again we want to uh, check the whether number is even or odd. Suppose y is a value. Again, we want to check whether y is even or odd. Y is even or odd. What we will have to do again? Then again we have to change here. This is y, okay, and I think this is not needed. Y is odd, y is even. So you see, whenever we have to do this, we have to find the same piece of code we will have to write, right? Okay, let's run it, then see the execution result. There is some error in line 14. Okay, why error is there? Because we have not used the correct syntax. So you see, they enter the value 15 we have entered. So 15 is odd, right? And again asking for the number 16. 16 is even, okay? Because we copied it. So we are doing the same repetitive statement every time, okay? To save this, we have a function. So in every programming language, you should learn how to write a function. So just what I will do, I will write a function, find even, odd. So I wrote one function here and I just copied all the code that was written here. Okay, Control X. So you see here the block of this function will be from here to here. This is a complete block of a function. So now let's check our function. Find even odd and we are passing x. Okay, again we will check this. Find even odd and here we will pass y. I am just removing the unnecessary statements that I had printed earlier. Okay, now just run it and check it. Okay, enter a value that we want to check. Suppose we put 45. 45 is odd. Again, enter a value 46. 46 is even. So now I hope you understand about the data type, if else, for loop, and a function. So it would be just my recommendation. If you want to learn any programming language, first learn about the data type, how to use if else, how to use for statement, while statement, and how to write a function. If you know these four basic steps, then it would be very easy to write programs. Thank you so much.